There's already been a decent amount of controversy over the Lakers deciding to hire JJ Redick, especially with how close he was to LeBron James, how they started up a podcast and suddenly Darvin Ham gets fired from that Lakers job and JJ Redick slides right in. But I can't imagine they thought that these were the headlines they were going to have to deal with. JJ Redick vehemently denies racial slur allegation from Duke alumna. Yes, who could have expected that 20 years after it happened, supposedly, that a woman who had never spoke about JJ Redick before in her life decided that this was the time she needed to drop an allegation that nobody can confirm. And it's from Halima Nash right here. I've only been called the N-word to my face by a white man once in my life, and it was on the campus of Duke University while I was doing work with the basketball team. And today, he was named the new head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. What a world. This post has almost 200,000 likes. Some irrelevant bitch whose entire job is about wokeness and agenda and inserting DEI into things. That's her job, right? That's the business that she's in. She suddenly comes out with this allegation. It would be one thing if JJ Redick was not some sort of famous person. He was one of the most high-profile college basketball players in history when he was at Duke, and then he went to have a long NBA career. He's been on ESPN, and now he gets announced the head coach of the Lakers. And this is the moment where you decide to drop this allegation that, quite frankly, just feels like complete and utter bullshit. You're telling me that JJ Redick, you were doing work with the basketball team, right? A bunch of other players on this team that were black that were JJ Redick's team members, and JJ Redick decided to point you out, a guy who was super famous at the time, super high profile for a college basketball player, and call you the N-word. Yeah, this is pretty much how everybody is thinking about this. And he yelled, "This is MAGA country," with a Jussie Smollett. It feels like complete and utter bullshit. But if this did happen, why are you waiting 20 years to say something about it? Black woman claims JJ Redick called her the N-word in college 20 years ago with absolutely no proof. The Los Angeles Lakers officially introduced JJ Redick as their new head coach. The hiring's been met with criticism, mostly by black media members who say Redick skipped the line over veteran black coaches. There has been a lot of pushback on stuff like that. I've been critical of the hire simply because, yeah, he has no experience, but also the connection to LeBron James and how it all went down. That's been my criticism. I like JJ. I liked him as a player, and I liked him as an analyst. I just think this was a crazy move to put him in a head coach the way that they did. Halima Nash is the founder of Rosecrans Ventures, a talent solutions firm for underrepresented talents. According to the company website, the brand focuses on building a resilient workforce that can adapt to changing business models while creating a culture of embracing true diversity, inclusion, and equity in a more thoughtful and connected way. Now, it's crazy that 200,000 people have liked something like this. A random allegation from a woke nobody, a woke black woman nobody, who held her tongue for 20 years before deciding to drop this the way that she did. Redick graduated from Duke in 2006. He was one of the most discussed players in college basketball during his 4-year playing career. He's been a public figure for over 20 years, from Duke to the NBA to ESPN, generating headlines at each stop. Yet Nash just now decided to tell the internet Redick called her the N-word to her face. Did he also shout, "This is MAGA country"? She's never talked about JJ Redick before. This is the first time she's ever said anything. And I find this incredibly hard to believe. We've seen these hoaxes so many times now, and I'm not saying that there isn't some real actual racism that exists. However, the supply of racism doesn't seem to meet the demand. This is why you have the Bubba Wallaces of the world with the news story. This is why you have that, what was it, the Duke volleyball player, I think? Was that who it was that went to BYU and claimed that she was being called the N-word and they could find no proof, no evidence? She fucking made it up for headlines. This is the same shit that feels like is going on right now. An allegation like that out of nowhere 20 years after the fact, it just feels like complete and utter bullshit. But what do you guys think about it? Let me know in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.